celebrate the fact that we've been on YouTube now for 1 whole year, we're putting together a Q&A where we asked you to ask us questions about what you wanted to know so far. So it was like travel tips, destinations, maybe personal things, behind the scenes. Are we going to answer all those ones though?
Yeah, let's spill the beans. I'm Al.
And I'm Deb.
And we're the Fat Travellers.
We help people craft unforgettable journeys to navigate the globe with confidence.
Wow. Right into it.
You're right, got close enough. Okay, so let's look at our first question. So basically what I've done is put them into different categories. Oh, what's this? What's that?
Oh, that's new.
Anyways, I don't know what that is. That's weird.
I don't know what it is either.
It wasn't there 5 minutes ago.
Anyway, let's continue with it.
Anyway. Okay, so I've put them into categories. The first one is a personal question. When did you guys meet?
1854.
Yeah, that's how old you are.
Yeah, at the opening of Parliament House in Brisbane.
We met in 1991, I'd say. Around that time, December 1991.
It was 1990.
I don't know if it was 1990.
Yeah, it was 1990. We met and we have been in love ever since. Well, I have. Sometimes she stresses out with me, but yeah.
I stress out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. But that's all right. That's love.
Yeah. So how long is that?
A long time.
That's 33 years we've been together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going strong still, so that's good. Next question. Do you work? And if so, what jobs do you do?
Okay. So yes, I do work. Read Art Academy, learn and create. I have my own art studio where I teach other people art, all forms of art, and I spend a couple of hours a day in the studio working with people when I'm not travelling.
Yeah, and I am a support worker. So I work with people who have disabilities, and that's about it. Oh, do I do anything? Oh, and I DoorDash.
Yeah, I help DoorDash sometimes. We've all got to make that extra bit of cash, so DoorDash is a quick and easy way of making some cash, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't mind it. It's pretty, easy when you're just driving around listening to music, dropping off people's deliveries.
It's really funny that we don't buy delivered meals ourselves.
Ever.
We'll go down to Coles, get the ingredients,
And
but we
cook it.
deliver everyone else's meals. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay.
Next question.
Next question. How long have you been traveling?
57 years.
Yeah, I was going to say that's just, we've always traveled. Like for me, every Christmas as I was growing up, we used to go to Foster for a holiday. My first cruise was when I was 13 years old. Then when I was 16, I went and lived in the USA for a year. Came back and have travelled ever since.
Yeah, well, the same as me. My parents used to camp a lot. We were big campers as kids. We used to do the entrance, and we also used to do Wollongong, Bulli Beach a lot. But we travelled a lot around Australia, mainly up the East Coast, camping a lot. Then I joined the army, and I camped a real lot when I was in the army, and we've always travelled. I've just travelled. My father was in the military, and we were always moving locations. So sitting still wasn't something that was embedded in me, and that's one of the reasons we got along well, because we both liked the adventure of getting out.
Had ants in our pants. We needed to go places. And then when we had kids, well, we used to take the kids to Bali and cruising, Vietnam,
cheapest forms
those
of
sort
holidays.
places.
Bali or cruising.
Yeah.
We'd give the kids the option, which one do you want to do? And we'd sort of
And
do
they'd
all of everything.
always pick cruising because they loved, the freedom of cruises. And they'd always pick Bali because they just loved Bali too. So,
Yeah. And I always loved cruising because it gave me the freedom of the kids.
You don't say that sort of stuff now. People get real
No,
cranky about that.
They can't hear me. They're not listening.
I know, not there. Not our kids. Okay.
Next question.
Next question is, have you received any negative feedback from doing YouTube?
Yes. Now, we discussed this when we started YouTube originally. We discussed it. How are we going to cope people giving us a hard time?
I thought we'd just
You
pop
know,
it heaps.
I know I look like a Brad Pitt a lot, and people won't be able to cope with the fact of my extremely good looks, and I'm sure they're going to comment about how good looking I am.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, and how thin I am as well. That's another thing that I was really paranoid about, how I was so muscly and thin.
Muscly and thin.
Well, thin and with muscles.
Or take.
Okay, I'm fat. All right,
Take.
now, yes, we were concerned about being targeted on YouTube a lot. We went into this with the concept of we're happy with what we're doing. What other people think
Isn't our business.
they've got the problem. They've got the problem. As long as we're happy with what we're doing, we'll just laugh off what they do. Now, for them to make a comment on YouTube means they've watched our video, and that's what I'm after. I'm after people watching my videos. Whether they like it or not is up to them.
And the thing too is we didn't do YouTube to get people's approval. We did YouTube to make our own memories. So we just do what we enjoy, and we don't have to look 100% all the time. We don't have to, do all their hair and makeup and all that sort of stuff before we do a video, because we're not there to promote ourselves, I guess. We're there because we enjoy the destinations and the trips that we do. So
Yeah.
I don't know, we don't get affected too much by the negatives
No.
yet. Maybe
No.
later down the track we might, I don't know, but now we don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be funny watching us if we recorded ourselves when we first read some of the comments we get.
Oh yeah.
Record our reactions. Some of them would be funny.
Yeah. Mostly we just say, thanks for watching. If there's a negative one, if it's like really bad, we'll delete it, but
Yeah, it's your opinion.
yeah.
I don't have to agree with it.
No.
Yeah, if you're happy to share it with me.
Okay, next one. Who does what for your channel?
Deb does everything not related to editing and record. I do most of the video work. Well, we share video work when we're travelling, but I do all the editing.
Alan does all the editing, all of
Yeah.
it.
It's easier that way with only the one person controlling everything, because it's a lot of work.
And I try and do the marketing, the
A lot. You do a lot.
Insta, the Facebook, just everything that goes with trying to run a YouTube channel. I still haven't got, I'm still nowhere near what I need to be to do it right or to do it so I'm time efficient, but I'm learning every day still. So
In saying this, Deb is a planner. She goes through, she researches, gets all the information, plans, got notebooks full of notes. I'm the opposite. Give me the footage, I'll make a video, it's done. And that's the way it works for us.
yeah,
Yeah.
somehow it works
With all the
out.
arguing in between, that's how it works for us.
Sometimes, yeah, I don't know how it does work, but it works.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What happens with your dogs when you travel? Okay, so we have
They lose weight.
Yeah, true. We have 2 Labradors who are 5 years old. And what's happened up until recently is every time we traveled, we used to get a house sitter from Aussie house sitters, and they would come in and stay at the house for free and feed the dogs for us and take the dogs for walks and things, which has always worked out wonderfully. We've never had a drama with that at all. The last couple of times though, my mum has started minding the dogs, and she's been doing a great job with that. So maybe, I don't know, they'll keep going to her if she'll agree to
She's the best dog sitter I've ever had, and I'm hoping she continues dog sitting.
Yes. And the other option is our oldest son has just moved into our house with us and the grandkids. So now we've got someone here permanently, so we won't need to probably
worry about the dogs
so much, because they've got people surrounding them all the time.
But we are planning on doing some travelling with the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working our way towards that.
That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Do you have financial commitments while you travel?
Who doesn't?
Yes.
Yeah.
We definitely do. We've got a mortgage, so we need to pay that off. So we need to we need to make a certain amount of money before we can even think about a travel budget.
Okay, I like to think of it this way. I look at people all around, and they've got brand new cars, they've got the latest gadgets, they've got all the things you can pay to get on TV. They spend their money different to the way we spend money. We don't have all these things because our priority is towards travel.
Yeah.
So we don't have the new cars, we don't have the fancy gadgets, we don't do
And
all
there's
these
nothing
things.
wrong with that if that's what your
Yeah,
preference
it's just
is.
our priorities are different to other people's.
Yeah, so we don't have car loans. Like, we've got our two cars, they're old cars. We don't have car loans.
We don't go to restaurants.
We don't have credit card debt. We do have a shop that we need to pay rent on for the art, and we do have a house mortgage. But other than that, that's it.
That's it, yeah.
So all the money after we pay those two major things in our bills, then we've got money left for saving for holidays and trips.
Yeah, simple thing. I don't have a phone plan. I pay as I go.
Yeah, it's
That's
$17.
the way we do it.
$17 a
Yeah,
month.
it's just gone up. Yeah.
No, you can still get the $15 one.
Can you?
Yeah. Okay, so next one. Where is your next travel destination to?
After here, I'm going down to Coles because I need a Coke.
Our next travel destination is
At this stage, we're going Central Queensland to Baralabar.
rural.
Yeah, we're going to pay a visit up there. Then we're going to, at some stage, go down to Foster in New South Wales. But our next overseas trip
That we have booked so far is Bali in November.
back to Bali.
Yeah, back to Bali for a few weeks. And that's mainly because I got an amazing deal that I couldn't say no to, so it's Bali again.
Yeah, that's it. And a lot of our holidays are based on what deals we can get. Yeah.
Yeah, I never book any
We don't.
holidays full price.
No.
No.
Oh, no. But that also comes down to the advantage of the jobs that we work around our travel. Most people don't have that opportunity. They only get a certain amount of weeks, and they can only have them a certain amount of time. At the moment, our lifestyle is that we work around when we're not travelling.
Yeah. And that was a part of our work goal anyways. We're setting up this YouTube channel originally was to, within 2 years, be able to travel full time if we wanted to. So we're 1 year in, and we're on the way to make that happen. So that's exciting. Yeah. All right, last personal question is, what is your go-to camera gear for capturing your travel footage? Okay, that's an interesting one because here it is here.
We've got 2 iPhones.
We use iPhones.
If I had the option, I would have a vlogging camera with a microphone, but we don't have that budget.
And
So our phones are our video footage, except for underwater, or a lot of times for walking along a beach or whatever, I'll use my GoPro, and I've also got a
drone,
which is a Mavic DJI Mavic 3
Yeah.
Swear by it, best drone.
Yeah, and that's basically the only camera gear that we use at the moment. But like I said, we do need proper microphones and we do need probably a proper vlogging camera. But
we started using PC for the editing, and we've now budgeted and we've been able to go move to an Apple, and that's been a great
cut
move.
our time in half, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Or even less than half
Yeah.
for editing. Yeah. Okay, so next questions. We have one about food here.
Ooh,
So let's answer the
my
food
favourite
one.
subject.
What was your favourite street food and where was it? I'm going to say my favourite street food was definitely in Thailand. Thailand had the best street food you could get. Lots of markets. I think even Chiang Mai, if I'm going to narrow it right down, Chiang Mai
Night markets
was the best street food I've ever had in my life. And I can't pick one thing because everything I had there was amazing.
Thai green chicken rice.
Was that a street food one?
That was a street food one.
No, that was that
It was
really
like-
hot thing.
It was like fried rice, but it was Thai green curry fried rice
Yeah,
with chicken.
yeah. So, yeah, street food, definitely Thailand for the pick.
And if I was to go to Bali for street food, it's a toss-up between corn off the street, off the street market seller,
Yeah,
or bakso off the street market seller. Yeah,
yeah. I think it doesn't really compare with Thailand's
yeah.
street
But
food,
Thailand's the choice.
though. Okay, next one. Let's move to Bali then, since you brought Bali up. I have trouble booking resorts when I want to stay sometimes. I try and book 12 months in advance this year, and I tried 9 months, but I was booked out for dates in the hotels that they wanted. What's your tip? Have you tried to book directly or booking agency? Even a friend over there is asking for us. Okay, so this is my tip. When we go to Bali, Elle and I will book for the first night or two. Then, when I'm there, I'll go onto Agoda or booking.com, and usually I can snag local prices because there's local deals, and once your phone registers that you are in another country, you start getting the deals for that country. So the last time we were in Bali for the 7 weeks, all our hotels were $35 and under. They were budget hotels.
$20 is probably the cheapest, or $19, I think.
Oh, you could get them for $9,
You
but
could,
we didn't go
you
that
could,
low
Yeah.
because, I was a little bit scared of a $9 room.
We tried to get a pool and aircon and
Yeah, we
a
got-
fridge.
Yeah, we definitely got a pool and an aircon in all those ones. 2 of them didn't have a fridge for a couple of nights. So that's the way that I do my booking. But I haven't always done it that way. Most of the time, before that, I would just book from home on bookings or email the hotels directly. But then I started finding that the prices from the hotel directly were usually more expensive. So it was cheaper to book online through a...
So if it's a short holiday, we pre-book our accommodation.
but I'm not going to in November. I'm going to do the same
Just
as...
turn up.
Just turn up. Just have 2 days booked. And then
Work out where we're going.
work out after that what's happening. I'll probably know before we go. I'll probably know like where we want to stay and stuff.
You're not going to run out of motels in Bali.
No. But if you specifically want like Kumala Panti, for example, that's... Oh no, she hasn't got that. She's got Ramagarden Malasti she was trying to get, or Puri Raja. I mean, if you definitely want those places, email them directly and see if you can get something the thing is, if you turn up to their desks when you're there, they'll like triple the prices. So I don't recommend waiting until you get there for those ones.
So when you're in country, we use Agoda or Bookings.com.
Bookings.com. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We compare them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes us a little bit of time to work it out, but who cares when you're saving like $200 a night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing is... okay, this relates to one of the videos. What is the name of the place that you stayed and the room number? Okay, so I remember what video that was from. That was from the Kumala Pantai Hotel in Seminyak, and we stayed in room Y07.
At the Kumala Pantai, most rooms are exactly the same.
Which overlooked the pool.
And
it had a lift because it was upstairs.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They're all the same.
that's a great hotel and I'd recommend that one highly.
Yeah,
but
if
it's
you can get
always
it,
booked
stay
out
there.
now when the price has gone up 3 times since we stayed there. So
And it's right on the beach.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, another one. Where did you get that dress that you're wearing? Okay.
I know, I don't recall any video where I've been wearing a dress.
But I know which videos it's from. The dress that I was wearing, it's actually, there were 2 of them. One was a $20 dress from Miller's and the other one was like same price from Kmart. So, I feel funny saying that. But yeah, I don't care. I'm not ashamed to buy from Miller's or Kmart. And that is how we get to travel, because I don't buy
Just saving money.
$120 dresses. I buy $20 dresses from the cheap places. But yeah.
And if before you ask, I cut my own hair.
Yeah, he does actually.
Next question.
Okay. How much were the sunnies in Bali?
I haven't bought sunnies in Bali for years.
I know how much they were though. They were between $5 and $7.
Everything's between $5 and $7 a box. It's starting to go up, but you can get anything between $5 and $10 usually.
Yeah. So sunnies are $5 to $7. Doesn't matter what brand you wanted. They had them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
All original fake brands.
When are the night markets on in Bali?
Depends where you are. Depends what town you're in. Every main town has night markets in Bali. Some of them I think are open several nights. I like Sanua. They were open 6 nights a week or something.
I
I'm only
honestly
guessing.
don't know. I'd have
Neither
to
do
look
I.
it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know they were open most nights. Whenever we went there, they were open.
The best thing to do is take your phone, get a SIM card when you're in country. So when you're in Indonesia, get a SIM card and Google everything. When are night markets open in Seminyak or something? And that's how we find everything out. We just Google it.
Yeah. And how do you get an international license?
Good question.
You did this, so I'll leave that one for you.
Yes, I applied online. Now you can apply online or you can go to the motor registry. It was easy to apply online. You've got to allow yourself about a week, I think it is. When you apply online, you take a photo of yourself. You've got to put in your details for your passport and license and so forth. And 5 days later, it turns up in the mail, and it's valid for 1 year. It's easy. I think it was
I've got a thing on my head.
$70 or something, was it?
About 45 or something.
Oh, okay, maybe 45. It's better than risking being pulled up by the police in another country.
And plus your insurance
And
will
insurance, you're covered with insurance if you've got your international license.
Yeah.
Now, we should talk about motorbikes while we're at it.
Use your horn, hun. That's the way.
What are you doing?
You're getting straight
Stripey.
down your head.
Motorbikes. There's always the conversation about how dangerous it is on motorbikes in Bali and Vietnam and all those in Thailand. I'll talk about Bali with motorbikes. If you're new to motorbikes, it is a risk. Not because of all the people and traffic on the road. The risk is your inability to ride safely because you're not skilled in using a motorbike. Every time I've seen a crash in Bali, it's the rider's fault. A foreigner, and it's their fault because they've slipped out on the front end, they've gone over a bump and lost control.
They're drunk.
Now, in saying that, the difference in Bali to Australia, motorbikes are doing 110 k's. In Bali, you're doing 20 k's an hour. If you come off your bike, the risk of death and serious injury is a lot lower. So it is safer in that way. So if you've ridden a bike before and you're worried about riding in Bali, just remember you're not going to be going fast. You're just going to go slow. You don't have to keep up with the traffic. There is no rules to keep up with the traffic in Bali.
No.
Yeah.
All right. And the last Bali question is, how much money did it cost you to stay in Bali for 7 weeks? I'm pretty sure it was around $3,000, 3,200, something like that. So that was everything. That included everything. But like I said, it was a budget holiday for us. We've spent a week in Bali and spent a whole lot more than $3,000 before.
Oh yeah, a week easy.
So yeah.
Taking into consideration, we didn't eat in restaurants for every meal. We eat our own food. That's why the fridge in the room was important, because we're always travelling with fruit
and
cheese
shopping
and tomatoes.
So basically, we would make our breakfast and lunch, and would have dinner at one of the either street food or one of their warungs, which were very cheap. So that's how we did it. And plus, we're not huge drinkers when we're on holidays. Well, except for the last cruise.
We didn't hire drivers or anything.
We used Gojek and things like that.
We hired bikes and we hired a car.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it the way that we knew that that our money would last the longest for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, on to a cruise question now. If there's no drink package on a short cruise, how much is a beer?
I don't drink beer.
I know, but I know the price for this.
Do you?
Yeah. You can get beer on a cruise from $8.50 or $9.
How much is a, say, Scotch and Cape?
I think it was about $13.
There was a trick.
Cocktails were 16 from 16.
Yeah.
Aussie dollars, I'm talking.
On a drink package, you can...
On Carnival, there's a little trick.
Yeah, first the drink package. $16 is the highest price drink you can get on a drink package. So if you want the really good cocktails...
No, there's a drink package that was above the one that we got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But drink package is good in that way that you can get most drinks. On Carnival, we didn't have a drink package, but last time, if you got a second nip of drink, it was an extra $6. So we would order a tall glass. Yeah,
so it was $13.50 for like a nip of bourbon and Coke. But if you got a double bourbon and Coke in a tall glass, it was $19.
And that was worth it.
So that was the little...
That was a good deal.
It was...
That was a good deal.
Yeah, it was worth it. Okay, moving on. How many people dress up? Looks like most people were casual.
On cruises?
Yes, on cruises.
Okay. Over the years, you would have to dress up on fancy nights on cruises, and people dressed up a lot more than they do now. Cruises, because
I'm just going to get this thing up. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll keep talking.
Yeah.
Cruises now, because post-COVID, the prices of cruises have dropped a lot for the low-budget cruise liners. The price has dropped a lot, so therefore the standards have also dropped a lot with a lot of things, and the standards of clothing have dropped. So even though they have formal nights, you don't have to dress up formally. As long as you've got shoes on and a...
There were people
Not
still
a
dressing
t-shirt.
up for formals, but for the like Gatsby night and country and western night and things like that, there weren't a lot of people dressed. Back to school night, there weren't a lot of people dressed up. Well, I'd say like maybe 50% or so. But
the last cruise we went on, the average age was 69.
yes,
Which means most people on that cruise were over 70. And they had a back to school night on the cruise. Can you imagine 70 or 80-year-olds dressing as kids?
they did.
They did.
Some of them. It was good fun watching them. What was I going to say? White night or blank night or whatever it is. Blankety blank night or what is it? And white night. There's a white night on the cruise. That is, I'd say, 90% of people do white night.
Or something white.
They wear white clothing, right?
Only because most people have something white even if they didn't know it was a white night.
Oh, no.
No, they wear it because they find out it's a white night and they go, oh, what have I got that's white?
Maybe that's how you do it.
That's
Most
white,
people
alright.
know what's going on. Yeah, so the white night, like nearly the whole cruise was dressed up for that one. But the other ones, I'd say it's 50-50 or less. So don't worry, if you're not going to dress up, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be the only one that doesn't.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any more cruise videos? Well, if you go onto our site and you go to all our videos, we have some earlier on that might be of interest.
Yeah, you've got to go through our videos and see what you can find.
I think we've got probably about at least 10 cruise videos, or maybe some of the islands and stuff that we went to.
I'd like to make some more.
Yeah. Can I have some information on your chosen tours and pricing? Okay, so
Are we talking cruises or
yeah,
Bali?
this is all under cruises.
Yeah.
So we don't do tours usually on cruises. Well, we do, but it's a do-it-yourself cruise tour. We don't usually buy online tours from
The cruise
the
company.
cruise company because their prices are stupid. So aren't they?
Okay, you get off the ship, you go find a driver waiting outside the front of the port, and you ask them, what tours have you got? And they're all there lining up ready to give you a tour, and you'll get the same tour as the cruise ship will give at 1/8 of the price the cruise ship are charging.
Yeah, normally it's not.
Unless
money,
it's
but-
on a cruise that there's something you specifically want to see and you're guaranteed to get it on the cruise,
do it.
do it.
Yeah.
But most people get off a ship and go find someone to drive them around the island or whatever it is.
Yeah. So easy to do.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends, like if you want to risk it or not. There's a little bit of risk doing your own tours, but if it doesn't look dodgy, do it. If it looks dodgy,
Yeah, but you don't really hear too many bad comments about people organising their own tours. And own tours, this is something of confidence. The more cruises you do, the more confident you'll get in saying, oh, okay, I know what's going on. I'll organise it myself.
yeah.
Yeah, but if it's your first cruise,
Yeah.
if
if
you're not confident, do one from the ship.
Yeah, I definitely agree. If it's your first cruise, book a
Blah, blah.
book a tour on the ship, even if it's just one, just to see what it's about, and then after that, organise your own. And usually there's lots of places where you can snorkel and stuff close to the cruise, like ports and things in most places.
Yeah. Or just go shopping in town.
Yeah. Okay. And I think, let me just check, but I think that's all of our, yep, that's all of the questions that I have down.
Of course, if you've got more questions you would like to ask us, please message us via YouTube and we will answer your questions.
Yeah, well, I did put a thing on earlier today about more questions just in case, but if you add your questions to the community tab, you'll find there's a post on there. You can write questions down and we'll do another one of these, I don't know, maybe in another year. We'll do another one of these when we get like another 10, 20 questions again.
Are there any questions about YouTube itself and how we work with YouTube or anything?
No, only about the only about what we use.
Okay.
But what did you want to talk about?
Oh, just how it works when we make videos and we get paid by... We don't get paid by YouTube.
I think we should just do a video about being paid by YouTube.
Yeah, okay. If you
How
want
much?
a video about how we work with YouTube, send us a message.
It's been a year in. It's been a year in, and yes, we are getting paid by Google AdSense now on YouTube. So if you are keen to find out a little bit about that, just comment in the comments below.
Any of the videos. Doesn't matter which video.
No, this one.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Well,
okay.
so it's all together, makes it easier.
Okay.
Yeah, just comment below on this video and just write the words.
How do you get paid?
Just write the word dollars.
I'd like to...
Right, write the word dollars with a little emoji if you've got one.
Or write the words, I'd like to send you money to help you travel. And we will respond to that.
Yeah, and if we get enough people that are interested in finding out about the back end of YouTube and how you get to the point that we are within the year, we'll be happy to do a video about that, won't we?
Yes.
I think
any video.
Well, it's something that I probably would have wanted to know before I started, which I didn't know until we're doing it now.
There's a lot involved. There's a lot of work.
Anyways, if you've liked this, please hit the like button, because every like, it definitely helps our channel to grow, because it starts to push our videos out to other people that may have not come across us before. So hit the like button and also subscribe and hit the bell so you get our latest content when it comes out and when it's released. That's also great for our channel as well. So thanks for watching so far.
Thank you.
We really appreciate, after 1 year, we've got 1,600 subscribers. We're just gobsmacked, really.
Awesome. It's totally unbelievable.
It's one of those things that...
Who wants to watch us, eh?
Yeah, like when we first started this a year ago, our goal was to have maybe 1,000 subscribers within 2 years. And that happened in 9 months. So we're just, we're over the moon with it. So thank you, everyone.
I totally love the people that watch us, because
Who would have
I'm
thought?
amazed.
Who
I'm
would have
amazed
thought?
that people want to watch us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, eh?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for watching again, and look forward to giving you a new video next week.
Cheers.